going on, guys? Wally here, bringing you some PC gameplay, and I gotta say, this is a risky move here, me bringing you guys some sniper gameplay after Sunny Dove showed you that beast gameplay. I will admit right now that I do not follow in his footsteps as gracefully as I would have liked. The score that you're gonna see, doesn't match his at all. In fact, this is actually a pretty average score. It's, well, not average, but it's definitely not an amazing score, and it's really not a YouTube worthy score by any means. But I decided to bring this game just because I had a lot of fun. I hit a couple of really nice shots, and some of them in quick succession. So, and I'm just pretty aggressive with the sniper rifle. I'm running around, quick scoping a little bit, and just kind of really trying to be aggressive on these guys. And I think it makes for fun, exciting gameplay. And that's really the reason I decided to bring it. And also importantly, I just had a good time doing it. So that's always important. To be honest, I have better gameplays on my hard drive. I have better scores, better KDs and stuff like that. But this one I just honestly found to be the most exciting. And it's not always about me showing you guys that I'm good at video games. Sometimes it's just about stuff that I think's exciting. And I think that ultimately benefits everyone. And we can always learn from my mistakes as well. Though in this game, I'm not sure if there is too much to learn from my mistakes, except for the fact that my hands and keyboard don't mesh well together yet. I think that's pretty much the lesson that I learned, at least. Both of my deaths that you'll see here from me are results of my inability to move fluidly throughout the map with the keyboard. It happens sometimes, but what are you gonna do? I'm getting better, I'm getting more comfortable, and it's happening less and less now. It's more infrequent for me to actually die from something stupid like that. But that's all to be expected when I, switching over, and I'm embracing it. I'm definitely can't expect to come over to a new system and be just as good, especially when other people are all comfortable with the controls and whatnot. But it doesn't really matter. Also, I hit a couple of pretty nice quick scopes in this game, and I think it kind of relates back to what me and Sunny were talking about the last video, where we were talking about the sniper, being overpowered. And I will definitely say that I am not a good sniper yet. I would say I'm, at least a tier below Sunny, probably further. But I think I hit a couple of shots that kind of just show the potential of the sniper, where I hit a couple shots where literally, the people didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but I just kind of quick scoped them, and with that one hit kill potential, there's really not a whole lot you can do to counter it. And here you see me gracefully try to get away, but unfortunately I fail. And if you didn't catch the sarcasm, I was joking. I was just hopping up and down and not really moving at all, which is never a good strategy when you're trying to get away. You want to move. Hopefully I learned my lesson after that, but I'm afraid that I don't think that I did. Yeah, so there's like a perfect example of what I'm talking about. I mean, when someone's coming at you and they close the gap on you as a sniper, you should be kind of at a disadvantage. But when you have the ability to do that kind of stuff, it kind of makes it almost impossible for someone to counter you effectively. I think luckily for most players, though, I don't think there's a lot of snipers that can do that kind of stuff consistently. Nevertheless, it still happens somewhat frequently on the computer. I mean, I've run into it, where a sniper will kind of just get a lucky shot like I did there. I'm gonna definitely say that kind of stuff for me right now is still luck. I'm not hitting them consistently enough to think that they're totally skill derived. So, but someone will do that to me too. They'll kind of just hit a quick scope out of desperation, and there's not a lot you can do about it. But at the same time, when I do think that this kind of stuff could be problematic, I don't really know how to fix it. But anyways, I just thought that'd be interesting to show you guys kind of more of what Sunny was talking about. And my gameplay is definitely not of the caliber of really what he was suggesting. Just a couple shots here and there kind of show what he's talking about. But that guy that was linked in the last video, you should go check him out if you want to know more about what we're talking about, or if you just want to see somebody absolutely rape face with the sniper, because that is what he does. He absolutely rapes face. He hits some really dirty quick scopes. I enjoyed watching him, and I'm probably going to be back to his channel, try to watch some more gameplay in the future. So yeah, with the rest of this video, I think I'm just going to tell you guys more about my kind of first impressions with the PC. I know I kind of did this in a previous previous discussion, but honestly, I only had the PC for like a couple hours at that point, and I really didn't have any kind of inkling of what was going on, and I think I gave you guys a more accurate depiction of what it's been like for me so far, so I think I'll kind of just maybe redo that, or talk about some more elaborate stuff when it comes to the PC, because I don't want to just talk about the mouse and keyboard. I think you guys already understood from my last discussion that it's a lot more fluid, it just feels more natural, and it offers you a lot more control than the controller itself, or at least when it comes to aiming it does. With movement, I don't really think it's a step up. I'd actually say the controller, like any kind of analog controller, is a little bit more conducive, I guess, to moving fluidly, while the mouse and keyboard is easier to aim with. But that might just be me still being kind of a computer noob. I don't know. I can't really say for sure yet, so time will tell. But another thing that I noticed about the PC, one of the things that I really am starting to enjoy, is that there is a whole lot of customization that goes on with it. The way that you optimize your game, how you run it, controls. Pretty much can be anything you want. I mean, you can really kind of tweak your game around. There's macros that you can set, and there's all these kind of different things that you can do to really make the game suit you and more comfortable for you. And that's something that unfortunately gaming systems lack. I mean, for instance, when it comes to visuals, obviously every Xbox 360 has the same specs. It's capable of running the game at the same frame rate with the same settings, so that's what it does. It's just uniform and everybody's looking at the same thing. But when it comes to the PC, everyone has a different rig and everyone has different capabilities. So some people can run, the game at incredible settings with, amazingly smooth frame rates. And it's just a nice little bonus, I guess. It's a nice little thing. I mean, I didn't realize how pretty this game was until I got the PC version. I mean, this cell shading look, I mean, I always kind of like that kind of art style and look for video games. I've always thought it's been interesting, and I don't know, just something that I've always generally enjoyed. I don't know, it's always been an art style that I thought was interesting, but I didn't really understand the detail that was within this game until I got the PC version and turned my settings up. I mean, you guys can even see right now from this gameplay right here, these aesthetically, this is a big step up from where the Xbox version is, and I will tell you guys right now, my settings are on the lower end, and the reason that I have to put my settings kind of so low is just due to the fact that the video card that I have actually isn't truly compatible with this game. Sonny kind of explained to me what was going on. It was something to do with the coding of the game or something not being compatible with the card, and this problem doesn't really happen with any other games. It's kind of just this one game. Figures one of the games that I like to play the most. Doesn't run extremely well with my card, but Sonny and I have the same card, so we're going through the same woes, I guess. So unfortunately, even though my computer can handle it, I can't turn up my settings as high as I would like to, and unfortunately you guys don't get to see how nice this game can actually look on max settings. Maybe I'll find some way around in the future, and maybe they'll fix it. I don't know. They said that there shouldn't be any problems with my video card, but when I do turn my settings up to max settings, I do get these things, which I'm just referring to as black explosions. They're literally just like little black splotches that will kind of show up on the screen when random things happen, like an explosion goes off or something's like triggered, or like a trap or something. I mean, I don't really know exactly what it is that kind of sets it off, but it does happen from time to time, and it can be distracting, and I think even more so than it would bother me, it would bother you guys. So I don't want that to be happening, especially just for the sake of my graphics being a little bit nicer. And another thing that kind of goes along with the visuals, obviously, is the frame rate itself. You can kind of adjust that. You can either limit it so that it stays at like 60 consistently, or you can let it just kind of crank itself up and go way above that. I mean, I was kind of doing VSync, which is a thing that you put on that just makes your game stay at a constant frame rate. But I actually decided that I'd try. Sonny kind of gave me a tip too, that you can make the quality look a little better and run it at a higher frame rate if you turn it off. So I turned it off, and I can actually get upwards of like something like 300 frames per second, and I understand that that really doesn't mean anything. I was just kind of impressed. I didn't even know that you could get numbers like that. Because if you guys don't know what the Xbox runs at, it runs at 60, which honestly is more than enough for any system. But it's just nice to have. It's just nice to be able to run it a little bit higher. I mean, it definitely looks smooth, and I don't know if it's the graphics or the frame rate or everything together, but I do notice a little bit of a difference when I went back to the Xbox. I went and played with Colin today, and I noticed that you know, there's definitely an aesthetic difference, and my guy seemed to move a little bit choppier than he does here on the PC. But by no means was it like a debilitating thing. It was just something that I noticed, and it's something that I've come to appreciate on the PC, even in the short time that I've played it. And you know, it's just one of the nicer things that you kind of get as a reward of the PC, I guess. You know, that being said, I can't say that that alone, you know, justifies you know, making this kind of purchase. Obviously, this is a big purchase, and I'm gonna really try to get my. And there you see my second death. I was trying to backpedal there, but I got caught on the side of the wall, and like I said, when it comes to moving around the map, I am pretty terrible. But what can you do? Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about after my completely idiotic mind cramp or fart or whatever you want to call it, is the community itself. I was really concerned that the PC community was kind of just gonna be, you know, everyone's out for themselves. Like, nobody's really talking, nobody's communicating, and there's no kind of you know, bonds or relationships you make at all. But I mean, I've been playing with Sonny a pretty good deal lately, and he's been nice enough to get on Skype with me and chat. So I mean, it's just like playing on Xbox for me right now. I really haven't even noticed a difference, and a lot of the people are actually pretty active in the chat. And the nice thing about actually not having a in-game chat, even though there is an in-game chat, it's just not really used, is that when you do get those people, you know, who are just kind of those jackasses who are just trolling around and being jerks, it's really easy to ignore them because it's just text. And I don't know, I've come to like it. I kind of like talking to people through text. I think it's a little different. I've been enjoying it. You guys will definitely have some more gameplay, a whole variety of stuff. Dragon Saga will be coming up soon, and I got a special project that I'm working on that I'm gonna get back to you guys about. And let's see what else. Obviously I'm gonna resume, or not obviously, but I'm going to resume my Oblivion Let's Play, so that will be back as soon as possible too. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for me. Peace.